Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. The first thing I want to do, and a point of personal privilege, is make sure, Dodd, that you've got a sufficient number of orthopods, specifically foot doctors, employed. This administration is notoriously hard on women's feet. A few days after the election, Ginger missed a step at the Capitol and broke her foot, and you took good care of that. Within the last several weeks, a friend of mine and my chief of staff's had major foot surgery right here. And last week, our office manager missed a step at the Capitol and broke her foot, and she's having surgery as we speak here today. So we're particularly tough on women's feet. I hate to say it's good for business. Yeah, it's good for business. Oh, there's always a different angle, right? I want to also acknowledge, I think, what most people already know, but can never be repeated too often, and that is the treasure that is UAMS. It is not a state treasure. It's not even a national treasure. It has become an international treasure. Yeah. I'm not sure enough Arkansans understand that. I'm not sure that we've said it enough, notwithstanding the fact that we say it over and over to each other, and the people in this room are cognizant of that because of their close association with, because of their various capacities or their interest in UAMS. But I'm not sure that the vast majority of Arkansans truly appreciate the stature with which this institution is held around the world. And I didn't understand it. I first really became aware of it kind of indirectly through a friend who had made the acquaintance. It was back when Sandy Ledbetter, Joe, was doing all the things around here that you do now and take care of so many people. But a man from Tuscany, northern Italy, brought his wife over here for treatment for multiple myeloma. Now, I didn't know this man. I've subsequently gotten to know him, but he could have bought 4 or 5 southern states, and obviously was so deeply in love with his life partner that the matter of cost was not an issue, and could have taken her anywhere in the world for treatment. And he came to Little Rock, Arkansas, into UAMS, and I thought, well, you know, I know we got a good teaching hospital, and I know we're turning out some good doctors, and I know they do some good things, but that put it in a whole different league. Now, every hospital can't be everything to everybody, and the Mayo does things that some other folks don't do, and Anderson does some things that other folks don't do, and Johns Hopkins does some things that other folks don't do. But if you're listing 5 or 6 or 7 of the greatest hospitals in the world that have a niche that puts them in that category, now you've got to add another one. And it's got to be the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences in Little Rock, Arkansas. And that really came home to me as a result of that experience. Subsequently, we've seen even more. Mary, some of your colleagues, and this hospital is notoriously good at maintaining the privacy of their patients. You don't know, unless you happen to run into them walking down the hall, who may be here undergoing certain kinds of treatments for which no other place will do except UAMS. We didn't know across the state about Roy Scheider until it was announced after the fact, until he chose to announce it after the fact. I tell those stories to say, Arkansas, we need to brag more on what we've got. Inevitably, we still have a degree of an inferiority complex that slowly but surely we're trying to get over. As humble as I am, you know that I have an inferiority complex. Don't laugh, Jay. I know. But I mean, we've got so many great things in the state to talk about, and so many great people, and so many things that have happened. We know about the captains of industry. We know about JB and what he did. We know, Doyle, about what you've been able to amass. Johnny, we know about the impact that you've had. And, there was a guy named Sam Walton that put together a little store. And so we know all of these captains of industry, and some of that's starting to get out. What a lot of people don't know is the progress we've made in so many other areas. I don't know if you saw it in the last couple of weeks now with that overall report card on education. We're 10th in the nation. 10th in the whole nation. I can remember when everybody said 48th and 49th and everything, and now being held up as a model in so many different areas. And this, too, is something we need to talk about ad nauseum to anyone who will listen, both within our borders and without, because I didn't have anything to do with it, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare professionals, the board of trustees, the administration, the people who have given so much in the way of their own resources have built a treasure that we can hold up as competitive with anything else in the world in its class and in its genre, if you will. This place is magic. And this is just another example of how magic it is.